It's the Sports Kings. Sports Kings. Big Mike.
He might fall off the wagon in the next 10 minutes.
And Rob Calloway.
It's about bringing talent. It's not about all the flash and glitz and glam.
Not your average sports talk show. The Sports Kings.
This is NFL legend, Work Done.
This your boy D. Howard, a.k.a. Superman.
I'm Jerome Bettis, the Bus.
It's Cam Newton. Holla at your boy already.
This is Hank Aaron, and I'm down with the King.
Tell a friend, Kings is back.
As we enter the final hour of the week, this is the Sports Kings podcast. I am Big Mike. He is Rob Calloway. As being heard on Spreaker.com. Before we go any further, make sure I do this. I haven't been doing a good job of doing this, man. Thanking you guys for everyone who's downloaded or streamed the podcast, anyone who's told a friend about the podcast and passed the word that, we're doing this thing via the internet now. We definitely appreciate all the guys and girls who have done that, who've liked our post on Facebook, who retweeted anything that we tweeted, who favorited any of our tweets. Any amount of support, man, is 100% much appreciated, man. We definitely feel you, and we definitely see you out there. So appreciate it. Now, if you want to be in that number of people who are doing all these things, follow us, like us, favorite us, or, whatever. Friend us or whatever they say on what they say on Twitter. Are you friends on Twitter? Twitter friends? Follow us. That's what I meant.
Yeah, follow us. Follow us. Like us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter.
There it is. All that. At Sports Kings Live. They're all easy to remember. At Sports Kings Live. We're also on the email at sportskingslive@gmail.com. Like I keep saying, we're looking for sponsors because there's some things you want to do. We want to do some things to kind of progress the show, but those things take fundage. You know what I mean? Just to be honest with you. And, if you guys, are liking what you're hearing, we love to get your support. But we also love to, develop business relationships with people who are in the communities that are listening to the show. And we got a big, the majority of our listenership now is in Tucker. For whatever reason, we don't know. But, if you know anybody with a business in Tucker, small business, large business that wants to get a little bit more exposure for, a nominal fee, a small nominal fee, by all means, have them holler at us.
Where's Spring Creek?
Spring Creek what?
It just says Queen Creek, United States.
I don't know. It sounds like some countries here, like some of your country has people down there. I don't know.
I'm looking at all the places we have taken in. We have Tucker, which of course we know is here in Georgia. We have Ellenwood, which is in Georgia. Atlanta, Lithonia. I'm not sure where Burlington. Well, we said Burlington was North Carolina.
Yep.
Then we have Stone Mountain. Then we have someplace Marlboro.
I think that's in North Carolina as well. I think that's in North Carolina as well.
Okay. Then we have L.A. and Charlotte. So I'm interested in finding out where this Queen Creek is. I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah. Meanwhile, your cousins ain't even messing with us. Decatur ain't even on the map no more. All right, we see you. Yeah.
Who,
all right.
Spain?
Decatur. Yeah. All right.
Oh, Decatur.
We see you. All right. In Memphis. Yeah. Cool. All right. Before we ended up the last hour, we were talking about how the comments the other day by Dr. Joseph Maroon kind of, the NFL just kind of turned their back on him and was like, nah, he don't speak for us. We believe in CTE. Trust me. We just put out this big lawsuit about that whole little deal. So we believe in it. But they kind of covered it up with, company talk or whatever, what you would expect them to do. We're talking about some of the statistics that go beyond, just the head injuries, while the NFL is like pounding you with this narrative that the league has never been safer. The league is safer. It's a safer place. It's a safer place. All right. Maybe in the world of head injuries, but these dudes are getting their knees blown out right and left. So there's that. And I got to be fair on both sides because some of these knee injuries are non-contact injuries as well. So, Sean Lee got hurt last year in training camp, blew out his ACL. No one touched him. So, I'm not going to be able to put all of this on the fact that, Brandon Merriweather, blew somebody up or DJ Swearinger killed Dustin Keller's whole career. That's not the situation in every case. So I got to be, to do what I do, I have to do it fairly and make sure I present fairly
and really quick,
both arguments.
Really quick, before I forget, Queen Creek is in Arizona.
Oh, what's happening in Arizona? Oh, our dude's out there somewhere. He's out there getting ready for the in 2 days. Terrell Troop. He's out there getting getting it in for the for the combine. So big up to him, man.
So that means we got the vets. We got the vets out at the veteran combine being down with the Kings. Basically, that's what I'm saying.
I guess, yeah.
But it's all Terrell.
I'm good. Michael Sam down with the Kings. Cool. I'm good with that. We all encompassing, inclusive around this piece. You know what I mean? Well, I am.
He's down with the Kings, live from Queens Creek.
Speak for myself. Now, you mentioned something the other day about, dudes. Not the other day. Before we wrapped the last segment, you were talking about dudes. Something I said a while ago about dudes taking out other guys' knees. But in the article I was reading, they were talking on the Outside the Lines article. They were talking to because his name just went out of my mind. I know you hear that sound, that disgusting, wet, flappering sound of my brain queefing all over this internet. Ryan Clark, that's who I'm thinking about. I'm looking at his face and I'm thinking like, okay, what is his name? The newly retired Ryan Clark. And it's one thing he talked about. He was like, now, every time he tried to tackle somebody, he would try, for the most part, to go for the thigh. But obviously, thigh and the knee are connected. You know what I mean? And these dudes, we got to understand as well, these dudes are moving at such a pace, and they're so big and so agile. These aren't standing targets. These dudes aren't running in straight lines. They're making moves and all this kind of stuff. So by the time you commit to your tackle, where that thigh was, it might not be there no more. There's a good chance it won't be there anymore. And the other part of that is, now, while we're always talking about these offensive players and things that have happened to them, Ryan Clark said, I've been knocked out one time. It was from a knee to my head. Someone kneed me in my head as I was trying to tackle him. So that therein lies the other issue that the NFL has got to address. That offensive players aren't the only ones that are defensive. There was a game, not last year, year before last, there's a Cowboys game. Obviously, I was watching it. And Sean Lee was in pursuit of the quarterback, who the ball carrier was. I believe it was the quarterback. Because the running back just peeled back on him and opened his chest wide open. And it was one of those, ooh, moments. But if you think about it, is he not defenseless in that position? If he's chasing the quarterback and has his neck turned the other way, watching the ball carry, is he not a defensive? I think so, too. I think that's the definition of. But
that's just that. Yeah, that's part. Again, that's like part of the game, and is there anything that you can really do to protect the defender like that if it's the running back's job to protect the quarterback?
Sure, there is.
And we know
the same reason you have horse collar tackling now, because it used to be in the game to do what? Get the dude down on the ground. But then Terrell Owens broke his leg against the Cowboys. As a matter of fact, Roy Williams broke his leg, put him down by the horse collar, and snapped his leg and made him almost miss a damn Super Bowl. So, yeah, there is an option. Stop doing it. If he catch your quarterback, he just catch your quarterback. He need to be faster. If that's what you want to do, if you want to call yourself protected players, I'm not advocating for it. Like, yeah, I've peeled back on many a dude in the time that I played ball. Whatever, it's what happens. Just like Rob just said, this is what happens. But if your whole narrative is we're trying to make the game safer and protect defensive players, defensive players can be defenseless as well too. I hate when people do that. I hate when people say as well too. It's either as well or too. They can be defenseless too.
Well too.
Right.
As well.
And in my opinion is that it's just because the NFL wants to. They want to make sure they put the emphasis on the offensive side of the ball. They want to see as many points scored as possible. Which is why you can't touch the wide receivers anymore. You can't do a lot of these things like across the middle of the football field. You just can't do it. And I understand why, points people want to see. Like for the novice fan, just the person who just kind of watches football, like the chick that likes to watch football with her man or whatever. Like she don't want to see no 9-3 game. Steelers and the Ravens where everybody's knocking each other unconscious. She don't really want to see that. She want to see dudes dance in the end zone and catch, diving catches and that kind of foolishness.
Right.
Yeah, she want to see that.
Yeah.
Because trust me, they not after me and you, Rob. They got us. Yeah. They gave us the blue magic and we loved it. First shot. They know we coming back. Yeah. Yeah, they know we coming back. They after the new customer. The folks who ain't really tried it yet for all the way. They ain't went all the way in yet, you know. Yeah, that's who they after. Oh, really quick, because I gave y'all this list of things that the competition committee is going to put into in for a vote as far as rule changes next year. Here's one that was kind of crazy to me. That was kind of I don't know. I just thought it was already a rule. The competition committee has asked the owners to approve a new rule. I don't know, new rule that would further restrict chop blocks. The proposal, which will be voted on next week, would make it illegal for running backs to chop a defender engaged above the waist by another offensive player outside the tackle box. Now, I think that's where the caveat is. It's outside the tackle box. I'm guessing the previous rule or the current rule is anything within that tackle box. You can't cut a guy that's engaged. I thought it was everywhere, to be honest with you. I didn't even know that it was a distinction. The competition committee, says it's a player safety issue. Yeah. No crap, Captain Obvious. Some defensive players think there should simply be a blanket ban on all blocks to the knee area. Nah, homeboy, being athletes. Like, no one's trying to see Julius Peppers come off the end scot-free, and it's like him and Devontae Freeman, and he can't cut Julius Peppers. He had to take him on head up. No.
Right.
No, you just shortened your career by like 5 years, homeboy. That dude is 290, and even in his old age, I gotta believe Julius Peppers still run 4.6. Come on, son. That you can't there's no way as a defender you can have that one. Like, even as much as I'm a defender of people on the defensive side of the ball. No. You can't have that. You can't eliminate all cut blocks. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is Devontae Freeman supposed to do in that situation? Matt Ryan is going to get murdered because that dude is going to move. He's going to move and start yelling, "Look out." Come on, man. You can't expect this dude to stand there and take on, Julius Peppers or Alden Smith just like one-on-one. Be an athlete. Dude try to cut you, jump over him or whatever. You do drills about that stuff in practice. Like, let's keep it real. The whole being engaged and not being able to defend yourself, of course not. That shouldn't be allowed at all. That's why I was surprised that it wasn't a rule across the board, even outside the tackles. I thought that was just it. If you were engaged with somebody couldn't come cut you. That's how you blow your knee out. Learn something new every day. Speaking of blowing knees out, anybody out there play line? You play linebacker, Rob? Think you
Hell
could?
no.
Well, the 49ers looking for linebackers, dog, because all theirs are leaving. This new kid, Chase Thomas, tears his ACL yesterday. He's working out, so he's gone. Yeah, they don't know what Navarro Bowman's going to look like coming back off that horrendous leg injury.
Yeah.
Patrick Willis, Borland, he's gone.
Maybe the Atlanta Falcons. I mean, I don't know. I've never seen another team whose linebacker core just got decimated. I mean, and two of them was just on retirement. Just, they stepping aside. But dude, they have some serious issues out there. And as you said, I mean, you talking about Navarro coming back off that injury. Like, man, the 49ers have, they just, I don't know. I mean, is it buzzard luck?
I don't know what it is.
Is it buzzard luck, Mike?
Well, they're going to mess around and be in the NFC Championship next year just on some, crazy, stupid, ridiculous
the
NFL.
49ers?
Just, something stupid will happen, and the next thing you know, everyone thought they were going to be bad, and the next thing you know, they don't even rely on the defense. Colin Kaepernick is throwing for 900 yards a game and some craziness.
Yeah, right.
It's how things work out. This whole preseason thing where everybody's like, "Oh, Chip Kelly's going mad. Oh, the 49ers have had the worst offseason ever." And then the next thing you know, it's like, what? We're in week 15 and the 49ers are in first place? Just ridiculous.
So is it, okay. And just tell me and educate me if I'm wrong, because I didn't look this up. I'm just going to ask you blind. Is Reggie Bush supposed to be replacing Frank Gore? Is that the deal?
No, they'll do it by committee. They started doing that last year. They started doing that whole thing last year, shortening or limiting Frank Gore's carries just because of his age. But Reggie Bush will have Reggie Bush has never been that guy, and I think he pretty much realized, and everybody in the league realized that this is not remember he was supposed to be the next coming of Gale Sayers.